Hi there. Trump is having an emergency meeting with his cabinet and joint chiefs of staff to decide whether or not to send B-2 bombers equipped with bunker-busting Moabs all the way over to Iran and bomb the ever-loving fuck out of their nuclear facilities in Fordo. Now, in Fordo, Iran, their nuclear facilities aren't like out in the open. They are buried deep within the mountains. And the Israelis claim that they don't have the capability of destroying those. I mean, the Israelis have nuclear weapons, so they do have the capability. But instead, they are making a desperate plea with King Doland of the United States of America, begging him to send our $2 billion per B-2, 19 B-2s, each one capable of carrying 16 nuclear weapons. This is the end. Like, dude, what? Hi, I'm Chris Valenti, and welcome to the Valenti VOD. We've got some stuff to discuss regarding World War III, and despite the fact that American forces are already involved in Iran, we have confirmation that American pilots are flying F-35s, shooting down Iranian drones. Even though we already know American forces are involved, Trump is considering going full throttle and actually going to war with Iran. We have a lot to cover today, but before we do, hi, I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm a douchebag from New York. I majored in history and minored in political science, and I wrote my college thesis on the rise of fascism in Germany in the 1920s and 30s. There's nothing I fucking hate more than a fascist. And I do everything that I can to make sure that this nation stops its rapid descent into fascism. If you support me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you want to help the channel financially, because this is real independent media and I have no funding, please become a member, become a patron, donate money, buy some of this dope-ass Valenti Videos merch down below, and use the 40% off discount code for Ground News, located in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Trump's Iran choice, last chance diplomacy or a bunker-busting bomb? Iranian officials have warned that U.S. participation in an attack on its facilities will imperil any chance of the nuclear disarmament deal the president insists he is still interested in pursuing. President Trump is weighing a critical decision in the 4-day-old war between Israel and Iran. Whether to enter the fray by helping Israel destroy the deeply buried nuclear enrichment facility at Fordo, which only America's biggest bunker buster, dropped by American B-2 bombers, can reach. If he decides to go ahead, the United States will become a direct participant in a new conflict in the Middle East. Taking on Iran is exactly the kind of war Mr. Trump has sworn in 2 campaigns that he would avoid. You were born too late to go to the Middle East, and then you were born too early to go to the Middle East. Turns out, you were born just in time to go to the Middle East. It's our favorite fucking sandbox. You know, and I have an interesting proposition here, and I'm curious, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with this. You need Congress to approve a declaration of war, and I firmly believe that every single congressman or congresswoman who votes yes to a war with Iran should be forced to send their children or grandchildren into the front lines. If they are military age and you vote, yes, let's send American boys and girls to go fight and die to defend Israel, you, congressman, should be forced to send your 17-year-old Nepo baby at fucking Colgate University to put on a fucking rig, grab a goddamn M27, and ship his shit to fucking Tehran. And if you think that's controversial, oh, but we shouldn't do that, then don't send my nephew. How about that, motherfucker? How about what? Let's put the cherry on top. If we go to war with Iran, I want Baron Trump dragged by his fucking ear to the front lines. Send Barron! Send Barron! Send Trump's fucking granddaughter. What the fuck is her name? The one that they always parade around and then MAGA makes weird fucking sexual puns about a child. Send that one too. It's fucking insane. Oh. Iranian officials have already warned that U.S. participation in an attack on its facilities will imperil any remaining chance of the nuclear disarmament deal that Mr. Trump insists he is still interested in pursuing. Mr. Trump had at one point encouraged his Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, and possibly Vice President James Donald Bowman, that's his real fucking name, by the way, James Donald Bowman, and possibly Vice President J.D. Vance to offer to meet the Iranians, according to a U.S. official. But on Monday, Mr. Trump posted on social media that, quote, everybody should immediately evacuate Tehran. Hardly a sign of diplomatic process. Mr. Trump also said on Monday that, quote, I think Iran basically is at the negotiating table. They want to make a deal. He's so fucking stupid. He's so fucking stupid. You think that the Iranians are ready to make a deal despite the fact that the lead negotiator was blown up? Despite the fact that the Israelis have bombed the ever-loving fuck out of you, you think now they're willing to come to the negotiating table? Are you out of your fucking mind? Mind you, this is Donald Trump, notoriously the worst businessman in America, notoriously a fucking fraud. This dumb, fat, orange fucking fascist bankrupted 2 Ninos. Do you know how fucking difficult it is to bankrupt a casino? It's almost impressive. Not to mention Trump Steaks and Trump University and now Trump Mobile. Oh my God, Trump Mobile. Sponsored by Palantir. Me when I let fucking Palantir bend me over a barrel and fuck me into submission. Are you out of your fucking mind? Now, real quick, for people who don't know what a B-2 bomber is, we're going to pull this up. This is the wiki for you. Let me turn off chat to show you a picture here. Where is chat box? There's chat box. Bang. Okay, here's the B-2 Spirit, and I gotta admit, it's fucking cool. This is my main problem with covering war, is like, listen, man, war is bad, but the equipment is so cool! Fuck! Oh, Jesus. The Northrop B-2 Spirit, also known as the Stealth Bomber, is an American heavy strategic bomber featuring low observable stealth technology designed to penetrate dense anti-aircraft defenses. A subsonic flying wing with a crew of 2, the plane was designed by Northrop, later Northrop Grumman, as the prime contractor with Boeing, Hughes, and Vought as principal subcontractors and was produced from 1988 to 2000. The bomber can drop conventional and thermonuclear weapons, such as up to 8,500-pound class Mark 82 JDAM GPS-guided bombs, or 16 2,400-pound B-83 nuclear bombs. 1.2 megatons, bro. Oh my God, bro. 1.2 megatons, and this thing can carry fucking 16 of them. And we have 19 of these things. That's 320 nuclear bombs. Each one is over a fucking megaton, and that makes the bomb in Hiroshima look like a fucking frag grenade, bro. The bomb in Hiroshima wasn't even a fucking megaton. I mean, oh! Dio dame serenità di eccitare il costo che non posso cambiare, il coraggio di cambiare il costo che posso, le sarchezze di capire nella differenza. Oh, fuck. Meanwhile, look at this. Look at Fat Fubi Dementia Donnie. We now have complete and total control over the skies of Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the good old USA. Stuff. 79-year-old most powerful man on planet Earth, by the way. Stuff. What a fucking idiot. And then look at this, bro. Look at this. Oh my God. Yo, this shit made me fucking tweak. Mr. President, God spared you in Butler, Pennsylvania to be the most consequential president in a century, maybe ever. And the decisions on your shoulders I would not want to be made by anyone else. You have many voices speaking to you, sir, but there's only one voice that matters. His voice. I am your appointed servant in this land, and am available for you. But I do not try to get in your presence often because I trust your instincts. No president in my lifetime has been in a position like yours. Not since Truman in 1945. I don't reach out to persuade you, only to encourage you. I believe you will hear from heaven, and that voice is far more important than mine or anyone else's. You sent me to Israel to be your eyes, ears, and voice, and to make sure our flag flies above our embassy. My job is to be the last one to leave. I will not abandon this post. Our flag will not come down. You did not seek this moment. This moment sought you. It is my honor to serve you. Mike Huckabee. These motherfuckers want a holy war. And why do I know that? Because Lindsey Graham said he wants a holy war. Like, he verbatim said it. Let me see if I can pull up that clip. Like, he verbatim said it. Lindsey Graham, holy war.
State of Israel forever by replacing this regime with something better. And I do believe the biggest winner of the Ayatollah leaving would be the Iranian people. So pray for our troops in harm's way. There are risks associated with any operation. They join the military to keep their country safe and to make the world a better place. And taking on the Ayatollah does both. To our friends in Israel, we have your back. We're praying for success.
Who's we, Lindsey? Who's fucking we? Because I don't have their goddamn back. Why don't you go over there and protect them, Lindsey?
You've tolerated too much too long into the world. You have normalized trying to kill the Jews. When Israel's attacked, nobody says a word about it. If France were attacked, what would the French do? What would we do? So the days of expecting Israel to sit on the sidelines and not go to the heart of the beast are over. Take this regime down, make the world a better place.
Jesus Christ. Oh, anyway, let's get some live updates. Updated 33 minutes ago. Let's refresh. Updated 2 minutes ago. What's the recent update? Here's the latest. Israel claimed it had killed another senior Iranian military... Oh, 2 new updates. Let me see. All right, 2 minutes ago. The Fars news agency, an outlet affiliated with the Revolutionary Guards, reported a cyber attack on a major Iranian bank. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You are playing into the Nazis' fucking playbook. Trump Truth Social now? Don't tell me he fucking posted again while I was reading his fucking post. You can't do this to me. 40 seconds ago? 40 seconds ago? We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him out, kill. At least not for now, but we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention to this matter. What? Am I the first one in this nation to cover this? Am I the first person in this nation to cover this tweet? Who? Who? What? Oh my God. Ah! The report said that the bank supported some fuel stations and warned that the hack could cause disruptions at some gas stations in the coming hours. Online reports and voices from the ground indicated that there have been at least some problems across the country with accessing accounts online or at ATMs. You're telling me the Israelis are stealing money? Come on! I'm doing my best here, man! Why? Why? Oh, fucking shit. The UN nuclear watchdog said on Tuesday that it had identified direct impacts on the underground enrichment halls at the Iranian nuclear site at Natanz after Israel targeted the facility with missiles last night. The watchdog body, the IAEA, initially said that the attack had destroyed the above-ground part of the fuel enrichment plant, including its electricity infrastructure, but its latest statement reflected an assessment of more significant damage. So we've already got everybody is fleeing Tehran. Our boy Cena is probably in one of these cars. He's a chatter who's in Iran. He's in Tehran, actually. Oh, meanwhile, Trump did a fucking interview on Air Force One, and it's just...
Good time? Reasonable. How about you? I did. I always have a good time.
I always have a good time. I had a great time.
Hello. Hi, Jennifer.
You just posted right before we took off that you're not leaving because of a ceasefire. Why are you? Can you elaborate?
We're looking at better than ceasefire.
Trump's going to call out
for a
what I
ceasefire. I didn't say I was looking for a ceasefire. That was Emmanuel. Nice guy.
Wait. We got to go back. Trump's going to call out Chris by name eventually. This Chrissy guy keeps talking about me. I think he loves me. You know, he's a very handsome fella, but a wacko. Unfortunately, you know, I'm just not the best for him. He doesn't like me very much. He doesn't like Trump.
Hello. Hi, Jennifer.
You just posted right before we took off that you're not leaving because of a ceasefire. Why are you? Can you elaborate?
We're looking at better than ceasefire. We're not looking for a ceasefire. I didn't say I was looking for a ceasefire. That was...
Yeah, he refused to sign the G7 joint statement asking for a ceasefire. Donald Trump, King Doland, most powerful man on planet Earth, President of the United States, was the only member at the G7 who refused to sign a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran. He posted again. No, he fucking didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, no. No. Unconditional surrender. Dude, again, we're going to do, like, imagine Trump with a megaphone, and it sounds like this. He just sticks his head out of the fucking window of the Oval and just goes, unconditional surrender. Surrender. What the fuck? Bro, are you taking a shit right now? Are you taking a shit?
Emmanuel, nice guy.
Ugh.
But he doesn't get it right too often. But we're not looking. We're looking for better than a ceasefire.
That doesn't mean you're looking to get into this more. You're not going to involve the U.S. in this conflict at this stage. You're going to do anything more for Israel right now?
We're doing pretty well. Right now, we're doing pretty well.
What sort of answer was that? You're the president, bro. Hold on.
Involve the U.S. in this conflict at this stage. You're going to do anything more for Israel right now?
You're going to do more for Israel right now? You're the president. You're the president of the United States. You're the president.
We're doing pretty well. Right now, we're doing pretty well. Remember, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. You know, don't have to go too deep into it. They just can't have a nuclear weapon.
What was the thinking on the call for Tehran to evacuate? Is there a threat or is there incoming? What was the thinking on the full evacuation?
I want people to be safe. And that's always possible. A thing like that could happen. I just want people to be safe.
Is there any new concern about U.S.
Mike
troops?
is quiet. Sorry, I was whispering. I was whispering. Yes, I was.
Or assets in the region at all today?
We have great people. They know how to protect themselves.
And when you say
From a nuke?
better, what specifically do you
Down so
mean?
hard if they do anything to our people. We'll come down so hard, then the gloves are off so beautifully.
Will come down so hard, the gloves will come off so beautifully. Beautiful for who, Donnie? Beautiful for the Iranian mother who's going to watch her daughter get blown up. Beautiful for the 8-year-old boy in Tel Aviv who's going to get blown to smithereens. Beautiful for the 17-year-old American who's going to go get shot in the stomach and die while crying for his mother in the fucking desert. Beautiful for you, who's got billions of dollars invested in Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman and weapons manufacturing. Beautiful for the Republican and Democrat congressmen and congresswomen who practice insider trading and are going to make a profit off of this war. That's what you meant. That's what you meant, you draft-dodging fat fuck.
No,
By the way, Donnie, your fucking makeup is leaking off your face.
I think they know not to touch our troops.
Are you sending the vice?
But our troops are ready.
When you
Do
say
you
better,
want to send the vice president and Steve Witkoff? There's reports that you want to send the vice president and Steve Witkoff to meet with the Iranians and have discussions. Is that something you're considering?
Not sure yet. I may. Depends on what happens when I get back.
what specifically is better than a ceasefire? What are you looking for here?
Complete and total destruction. An end.
Real end, not a ceasefire.
A real end, not a ceasefire. So complete and total destruction of Iran, the dismantling of the Iranian regime.
End.
So something that will be permanent.
Yeah, or giving up entirely. That's okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible in the next 24, 48 hours?
Are you close there? Look at his brother, this is the president.
Giving up entirely.
Watch this.
That's okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible in the next 24, 48
Are you close, sir? He doesn't give a fuck. And you want to know why he doesn't give a fuck? Because no matter what happens, he's going to be fine. His family's going to be fine. What do you think? In global thermonuclear war, the president is going to die? Are you out of your mind? They got a bunker in Colorado for fucking everybody who's important. It's just you and I who are going to die.
48 hours?
Certainly possible. Complete.
He just said our troops are ready. He posted again? He's got to be taking a shit. No, he hasn't posted again. Okay.
Give up. That's possible, yeah.
Has the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and the Secretary of Defense drawn up plans for you if Iran were to attack U.S. bases or do any damage to U.S. bases?
I just can't tell you.
Can I ask you, because there's been some skepticism, is there any guarantee that if the U.S. did get involved militarily, that a U.S. bomb could destroy Iran's nuclear program and facilities?
Everything or anything or life, you know that. Look at you, right? There's no guarantee.
This is his favorite thing, is he refuses to give guarantees, and he says nothing is guaranteed. Remember when he was like, what if a bomb dropped on us right now? I don't know.
You're saying a guarantee on what?
Do you think if the U.S. got involved militarily, it would actually wipe out Iran's nuclear program, or where's your assessment of that?
I hope their program's going to be wiped out long before that. But they're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
What you're hearing from Bibi is, do you have any reason to believe the Israelis are going to slow down, or are they going to hit the accelerator right now because they've got superiority?
Find out over the next 2 days, right? You're going to find out.
Has the gang
All right, you're going to find out over the next 2 days. So we are going to war with Iran, probably starting tonight. Mark my words, you can fucking quote me on this. Today is June 17th, 2025. It is 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God, I hope I'm wrong. I believe that by midnight tonight, by June 18th, 2025, Donald Trump will declare war on Iran. I firmly believe that tonight, Donald Trump is going to green light sending B-2 bombers to Iran to bomb their nuclear facility at Fordo. I hope I'm wrong. So if you want to come back here and tell me I'm wrong, fuck yeah. But if you come back here and you tell me I'm right, well, I hate to say I told you so. No, genuinely, I will hate to say I told you so.
Nobody's slowed up so far.
Has the Gang of Eight been notified about what's coming in the next couple days?
We'll be talking to them, but
What can you do?
it's not necessary.
What can you do in Washington that you couldn't do in Canada?
Hide. What could you do in Washington that you couldn't do in Canada? Hide.
A little bit, I think, more well-versed. Not having to use telephones so much, because I don't believe in telephones. Because people like you listen to them, you know. So...
If we bomb nuclear facilities, does that cause nuclear reactions? Yes, but it doesn't cause nuclear explosions. For example, the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency, has already said that the nuclear sites at Natanz, which Israel has bombed, they are underground facilities, and there is enriched uranium vapor leaking in those facilities, increasing the radiation levels. However, it is currently contained in the underground facilities. The IAEA is worried that if we continue to bomb Iran, those uranium-enriched vapors will emit out of the ground, which would literally increase radiation levels across Iran and start giving people radiation sickness, which is a death sentence. If you come in contact with anything radioactive, you will die, and slowly. Okay? This is something we have understood since Hiroshima. One fucking fallout ash touches you. One snowflake of fallout touches you. Dead. Dead.
being on the scene is much better. And we did everything I had to do in the G7. We had a good G7. We signed the deal with the European Union, phase one of a deal, but we signed the deal with the UK. And the UK is really great. We're very far down.
All right, now he's just going to start talking about his stupid fucking trade deals. This is the Associated Press. President Donald Trump, in about 8 hours, went from suggesting a nuclear deal with Iran remained, quote, achievable, urging Tehran's 9.5 million residents to flee for their lives as he cut short his visit to an international summit to return to Washington for urgent talks. Chatter says, Chris, do you ever think you're a self-fulfilling prophet like Jesus Christ? Yes. Trump arrived at the White House early Tuesday at a moment of choosing in his presidency. Israel, with 5 days of missile strikes, has done considerable damage to Iran and believes it can now deal a permanent blow to Tehran's nuclear program, particularly if it gets a little bit more help from the Republican president. But deepening American involvement, perhaps by providing the Israelis with bunker-busting bombs to penetrate Iranian nuclear sites built deep underground to offering other than direct U.S. military support, comes with enormous political risk for Trump. Oh, fucking Christ. All right, let's take one last look at King Dolan's truth. All right, he hasn't posted anything new. Fantastic. Okay. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, that's all I got for you right now. It's early in the day. We might have more coming up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. If you want to support the channel financially, please become a member, a patron, buy some merch, and use the 40% off discount code for the Vantage subscription located in the description down below. Other than that, click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.